Hello everyone, many thanks for visiting. I would like to bring your attention to a moon crater called Mina. So this image is actually in between the crater Mina and Eindhoven. These craters are on the far side of the moon, so they're not visible from Earth. Now this image was taken by Apollo 15 mission. It was taken at an altitude of approximately 118 kilometers, so not too far, not too close. But actually, this image is of a good resolution. So, um, Mo- M- Crater Mina is about 18 kilometers wide. And the anomalies that I want to highlight today are basically northeast of Crater Mina. Now, if you like to download this image, you can always go um, to this website, the moon ser.asu.edu, or you can search in Google and you can download the image from different places. So, if you go to this website, you click on Apollo. In here, you got different missions. So, if you go to Apollo and then you go to Image Gallery, um, and then search by, if you look for Apollo 15, you can do a search for the image number, which is 9412823, 94-12823. Do a search, and that will pull up the image. So if you click on the image ID, so this is the image I would like to talk about. To download the image, you can click on the download icon. And what I suggest, if you have a space on your desktop or laptop, download the raw image, which is the TIFF extension. This will give you is higher file size, but it will give you the resolution you need to observe what I'm gonna show you right now. So yeah, go ahead, download it, put it on your desktop or laptop, somewhere on your hard disk, and then if you have Photoshop, open Photoshop, open the image in Photoshop. In later videos, I mean, Photoshop is a little bit expensive, so you don't have the software. In later videos, I like to take you through the steps to use an open source software package. GIMP is free, and I'll show you where to download it from, and I'll show you the steps to improve the image and bring these anomalies to light. Cool. So let's go back to Photoshop. So here's the image. Now I noticed, and perhaps some of the researchers already noticed this, if you enhance this, if you actually highlight the image, if you zoom in it, I notice this structure here. And it could be just a photo artifact, but you don't notice this straight away unless, if you look at a normal image, you see nothing, but because this is the high resolution one, you can actually zoom in and get clear detail on it. And when you do that, you will notice that there is a clear arch or kind of bridge in this area of the image. And you notice that if you follow the curvature, if you go down, it's as if this is actually going in and continue and go all the way up and down again. And the same in here, it goes inside, it gets obscured by this dark area, which I think is vegetation, and then it comes out again. So let's see if we can enhance this image a little bit to bring the details out. So we can bring the layers panels, and what we can do is we get a copy of this image by just drag it and drop it here. So we keep the original image here, so we don't touch it. It's locked, so nothing will happen to it. And we're going to work on the copy of it. Let's add an adjustment layer. So we go layer, new adjustment layer, and by just adjusting the level and the levels, you'll see the difference straight away. So and this is a way to manipulate the contrast and the dark areas of the image. And if I zoom in, we can start seeing more detail on this kind of bridge or something, or arch. There you go. This is quite interesting. I mean, this structure must be miles high if it's an actual structure. I mean, I'm not saying it is. It could be just, a piece of, floors or plastic on top of the image. But it's unlikely because you don't really notice when you look at the original images. It's only until you zoom in that you can see the details on this area. I'm gonna use the burn tool to see whether we can get more details out of it. So let's take a look at this. So this, there you go. So I'm gonna burn. Let me just get a smaller brush. See if I can get a little bit more. See, when I burn this section, you can see that it's got a structure to it, and the dark areas are actually visible through the structure. Let me burn a little bit more. So, yes. Just try the. Yeah, that's it. So as you can see, I'm gonna draw another adjustment layer and see if we can bring the dark areas to the surface better. So let me just do another adjustment layer on this one, and I'm just gonna use the brightness and contrast on this one. So there you go. Okay, that's better. Just there you go. You can see clearly now that the structure. Sorry, yeah. Let me go back and do it again. So new adjustment layer, in brightness and contrast, and to OK, and then adjust the contrast. That's better. There you go. Let's OK that one. So when you do this, you straight away notice that, like I was explaining before, that the structure goes in. It's a huge arch. It goes in, so it gets obscured by this area, so it goes inside the moon surface, and then it goes all the way here, and it comes up. It doesn't manage to come all the way up again. It's only this area. It must be there for a reason. And again, if you zoom back, you can hardly notice that. But because I enhanced the image a little bit, I can see the contrast. And you can notice even from the distance, you can see that that structure is out of place. If this is an actual structure, it must be absolutely miles high. So that's one of the anomalies that I found on this image. There is a second anomaly which I like to bring your attention to, which is basically if I move to the right, there you go. Look at this. To me, this is a aircraft, spaceship, and I mean, these areas, these craters, we don't know how deep this crater is. It's 87 kilometers wide. But this structure here, this aircraft, spaceship, they come to these areas to monitor and to take a look at the minerals that we have in here. And this is really rich in titanium dioxide and other minerals. So this is one of the, I mean, obviously, this is a lot of activity. This is just an image, and it's a static snapshot of what was happening at that time. But there's a lot of activities in these craters, and when we observe the moon through telescopes, we'll see this activity, things going out and in, and flying by. And as you can see from this image, if I zoom in, clearly, there you go. To me, this is an actual craft which is above the surface of this crater and is doing probably some reconnaissance mission around, or doing some, bringing some materials from the crater, and there it is, as clear as water. I mean, we can further enhance this just to take another look. Let's throw another level on this one, levels, and see what we can come up with. Let's use the curves and then see what we can do with the curves in here on that section. There you go. See if we can make more definition, get some more definition in the image. That's better. So you can see that the image actually has got it's a solid image, and in some areas it has a structure to it. It's got definition and it's got shape. So it's very interesting. I mean, you can do this yourself, and in my next video I'll show you how to download open source software, and I'll show you the steps to use the layers panel and use the color function, the burn function, to show the details on this image, to zoom in, to isolate the layer, and to enhance it so you can be the judge yourself. So two anomalies again in this image, and you can hardly see them. That's the UFO or spacecraft, the potential UFO escape, and the other one is this structure in here, which is really towering. It's huge, gigantic, which is not made by nature. The structure indicates that it's intelligence behind it. This is another anomaly on this image, and it can be many more. I mean, you can do research on this one, and we can share ideas, but there's a lot to see in this image because it's such a good resolution. It's a TIFF file, big file size, but then you can zoom in and study areas in the image that when you enhance it, when you zoom in and you enhance the image, they will come to light, and then you can bring out those dark areas where with exposure and the lightness, and bring the details that are hidden. One thing on this image, when you go back to one of those craters, minor, and if I leave the enhancement as it is right now and I zoom in into the craters, I mean, what does this look like? I mean, it's amazing. I mean, this is, to me, it's not just rubble, but these areas, to me, again, this is on cold spots, in cold areas on the dark far side of the moon, and to me these look as if this is vegetation. Actually, it's not. I mean, I don't think this is rubble, because if it was, whatever is falling, it will be accumulating here, like we see in some of the craters. To me, what you see here is actually vegetation. I mean, let me see what I can do with this. So if I again use the pen tool, just 1 second. Yes, that's cool. If I tell you what I can do. Let me just. It's a lot of things that come out when you do this. I'm gonna throw a. What I do is I'm gonna throw another copy of this in here, and I'm going to do a high pass on this one. So if I just go for filter, and then put a high pass on this one, a filter. I think I'll bring it down to maybe 10 or something. That's better. So, and then what I can do with this is change this to overlay. That will do. And I'm gonna throw a mask at these copies. So if I go to layer mask, and basically hide all and start painting on this one with a brush to bring out the details on this area. Let's see what we get. I mean, I'm painting with Yeah, so that's better. Just bringing out some details to see what we have in here. Let me just go zoom in so you can appreciate for yourself. This is not just rocks in here, folks. I mean, this to me indicates not just rocks but vegetation. Honestly, there's a lot of vegetation in here. A lot of things that we can find out when we work on this image, and I invite you to do this to check by yourself. Look at that. Look at that. Honestly, everywhere in this image is so many surprises. You know. Let me see. So, right, so yeah, so I mean it's a lot to explore because this is a big image with lots of areas. But anyway, if you zoom into the craters and enhance this area, you can see that these look like vegetation, not just rocks. The same on these areas of the crater, which are basically areas where the temperature is not too high, not too cold, right around the cold side. So yeah, there you go. So three anomalies on this image, potential anomalies. First one is that bridge that you see here, that one. I can highlight a little bit more, so let me see. There you go, that's the one. Let me just go up, zoom in more, move it to the right. There you go. Yeah, there you go. Gets more detail on that one. And then to the right of it, you see this aircraft. Let's see what it is. Let me just go zoom back in so I spot it again because it's so difficult to detect this one. There it is. There it is. That's the one. Yes, so let's do a zoom in on that one. So there you go. Absolutely. There you go. There's the machine. Make no mistake. Cool. Thanks for watching. Again, this is you can download the image from the website. Is Apollo Mission 15, image 9412823. Go to do a Google search. Go to this website, to the moon.ser.su.edu education. I mean, you can go to many places to get it anyway. So this is on the public domain. It's taken by Apollo 15 on the 37 revolution. And it's a oblique view of craters, in between craters, minor and Einhaben. And it was taken at an altitude of 118 kilometers from the surface with a Hasselblad camera, so a black and white film. Download the, if you have a space, the raw version, so you can zoom in and see the level of detail that I show you on this video. Cool. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video where I'll study the same image using GIMP rather than Photoshop. And GIMP, as I said, is an open source software you can go to and download from the GIMP website, www.gimp.org. You go to downloads and you download the latest version. This is open source software, completely free. Download the latest version from here and install it, and then you'll have a free open source package. We can rival Photoshop in terms of functionality and tools to do image enhancement. Okay, until next time, thanks for watching. Bye.